It's not going to fight the Islam threat unless we do this. That's why we're doing this. That's the argument. That's what they say in Northwoods. Well, our country won't face the communist threat, and we need to do it, so we're going to stage terror attacks, bomb D.C., bomb Miami, kill U.S. troops at bases, and blame it on the commies. We're going to have nuclear war with them. And Kennedy said, no, I'm firing L.L. Lemnitzer and Curtis LeMay and all the rest of you. And they said, no, we're firing you. Dead. And then it was declassified 2 months ago by the State Department. This is mainstream news, that Bobby Kennedy disagreed with his brother and that he was for staging events. But he wanted to do it in Latin America. I mean, that's how standard this is. 2004, they declassified the manual being used up until this date. But we don't know past this date, past 2004, but it was the current manual where they teach Army captains in Black Ops, you can go read it, how to stage false flags. You're outnumbered by a force in a guerrilla situation, you stage a false flag against the people you're trying to protect to motivate them to get behind what you're doing for the greater good. That's how we win. Yeah, that's how you win, isn't it? With that pawn sacrifice. 3,000 people. That's what PNAC and separately, Zbigniew Brzezinski said. 3,000 dead to launch the empire.
What's your home worth? How can you compare local real estate agents? And how do you get MLS listings for the entire country? If you're thinking of buying a home to take advantage of the tax credit or selling your house, you first need to see an incredible website called HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com will help you find a realtor to buy or sell a home. It's so easy, and best of all, it's free. At HomeGain.com, you can compare realtors anonymously, receive customized proposals, see consumer reviews, then select the best realtor for you. Go to HomeGain.com and get an instant home value estimate, view comparable homes, and check out street views. HomeGain.com has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and contains a wealth of information, like their home improvement tool that helps you determine which home improvements to make to increase your home's value. See the top 12 home improvements right now at HomeGain.com. That's HomeGain.com. Look for Max, the orange HomeGain gorilla, to help you find a realtor or with any other real estate needs you might have at HomeGain.com, your real estate connection.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
That's right, and it's a war on for your mind. And the American people, the people of the world, are waking up to tyranny on every front. Coming up the next hour, I'm going to get into Earth Day they had yesterday. Austin's announced $2.6 billion in new taxes over the next 3 years to be paid into the large banks just where I live. We're going to get into CNN calling for one-child policy. It says, don't be so keen on having babies. How about adopting a child instead or implementing a one-child policy? We're going to be talking about that and the financial looting legislation that supposedly is going to get the big banks. Well, even the Texas Banking Association saying it's a fraud takeover and another bailout to the big central banks. That's coming up. Now, I spent the last hour on Fox News admitting that the government and Larry Silverstein were looking at the controlled demolition of Building 7, and they're now admitting that they were considering blowing it up. That's another big admission. The article's bombshell. Silverstein wanted to demolish Building 7 on 9/11. And the Fox News article is called Shame on Jesse Ventura, and that's where they admitted that their reporter was there. And, oh, it's no big deal that we were going to blow it up. So all these years later, all the video, a cop saying, get back, the government's going to blow it up. They ignored all that. Here's another admission. It is a big deal. All right, shifting gears for the balance of the hour. We really appreciate his time. He's one of the most prestigious authors and lecturers and newsletter writers for Newsmax out there. Dr. Russell Blaylock is a prestigious brain surgeon and expert on the brain. And RussellBlaylockMD.com is one of the websites you can visit. He's a board-certified neurosurgeon, author, and lecturer. He attended LSU School of Medicine in New Orleans and completed his general surgical internship and neurosurgical residency at the Medical University of South Carolina in Charleston. During his residency, he ran the neurology program for 1 year and did a fellowship in neurosurgery after his residency. For the past 25-plus years, he's participated in neurosurgery in addition to having a nutritional practice. He recently retired from both practices to devote full-time to nutritional studies and research. During his residency training, he worked with the eminent neurosurgeon, Dr. Ludwig Kempe. Together, they developed the and it's all scientific terms, removal of intervascular tumors, which is one of the most widely used systems today. He has presented their cases utilizing the technique to the Congress of Neurological Surgeons. Look, it's a long bio, multi-pages. I'm going to stop right there. And, of course, we've had many other medical doctors and brain surgeons and endocrinologists and just on backing up what he's saying. But he has all the studies. This stuff is not secret. And we're going to be discussing it with him today. But he was very critical of the H1N1. He pointed out that it popped up in the wrong hemisphere, wrong time of year. Many other scientists, virologists said it was engineered in the lab. We know that other big companies with the bird flu killed a bunch of people. That was the London Telegraph. In fact, Google homeless die in bird flu vaccine trial. That got covered up. And then 3 months ago, we had Wolfgang Woodrig, a medical doctor from Germany, on who ran the EU 47 nation board. So I'm just prefacing this before we go to him. 47 nation board that found that the UN and others were paid off by Big Pharma to lie and create this hoax. And now we have all this mainstream news. New Canadian study suggests seasonal flu shot increased H1N1 risk. Here's another one. WHO admits that they exaggerated the dangers of H1N1, Times of India. Here's another one. Seasonal flu shot may increase H1N1. Western Australian reports of adverse reactions to seasonal flu and H1N1. Millions of H1N1 vaccine have been recalled, Washington Post. So again, Dr. Blaylock and others got attacked by the mainstream media for even questioning this. Well, here they are, vindicated yet again. So we're going to talk about the flu in hindsight and then other toxins in our food and water. Dr. Blaylock, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Alex.
Good to have you here. Well, you've got the floor. Let's talk about vaccines, mercury, the studies that you've looked at about the increases of Alzheimer's, brain damage. Explain what's really going on here.
Well, I think just a brief review of this whole fiasco of the H1N1 is very telling, and we need to remember this next year because this is going to be revisited. We're going to go through the same thing all over again. And you remember the major government organizations, CDC, the Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, National Institutes of Health, all of them were just sending the same message out that this is going to be a killer virus. It's going to target pregnant women. It's going to target young people. It's going to be the most devastating thing we've ever seen. World Health Organization, of course, started this nonsense. Yet when you actually got into the journals, the real high-tech journals that were discussing this, it didn't match what the government was saying. And we're talking about our government as well as the international body, the UN World Health Organization. What the science was actually saying is that this virus is difficult to transmit, more difficult than the seasonal flu, that it is not that pathogenic, and they didn't expect it to cause that much death. All of this science reported in the best of the science journals was ignored. Even the CDC was secretly doing studies which found that this virus was very difficult to transmit. Yet when you turned on your television, here's the news media saying, oh, this is so easy to transmit, it's just going to spread all over the world. We're expecting the ICU